Before the weekly analysis begins, I just want to let you know that I do have a Patreon page. We have two tiers available. The first tier is called Start Off for £15 a month, and what you will receive is access to a Discord server containing the beginners, intermediate, and advanced course, risk management course for Elliot wave trading, as well as financial literacy content. This tier is also for those who want to learn at their own pace and generally just support what I do and just join a community of like-minded traders. The second tier that I have is called the Waveologist for £35 a month, and what you receive is everything that I mentioned above with the addition of specific chart requests for me to annotate on a daily and weekly time frame, and one-to-one support or group sessions depending on how many people have subscribed to this tier. The group or one-to-one sessions are for those people who want a little bit of extra help with their Elliot Wave education, and also give the opportunity to ask me as many questions. Please do keep in mind that these are going to be 1 hour sessions depending on how many people have subscribed, and also I would say please do consider joining. It is really good value for money, and without further ado, let's get into the analysis. Alright guys, welcome back. This is going to be my Elliot Wave update on Bitcoin, but first of all, any views or opinions that I express in this video do not constitute to trading or financial advice. So let's get started. So from my previous Bitcoin videos as well as the shorts that I've posted, especially my recent one on Tuesday, I said that Bitcoin has a possibility of hitting zero, and I just want to explain that a bit more in depth with this count. I'm not saying Bitcoin will hit zero. I'm not saying Bitcoin can't hit zero. I'm saying there's a possibility. Now, when it comes to Elliott wave theory, what people need to understand that Elliott wave theory is a theory that's based on assumption. As a trader, your job is to essentially predict the future. That's what you're doing as a trader. You're predicting the future. And with Elliott wave theory, it's kind of like a game of assumption where you have to make different scenarios and assume that this is where the market could go. It's very, very important to have more than one count. As any professional Elliott wave theorist would say, you would definitely need at least 3 to 4 counts on the bullish and as well as on the bearish side, just to make sure that whatever count is valid at that present time, you can then stick with that analysis. So having multiple counts is very, very important. But let's get started. So obviously we had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which give us our wave 1 in the higher degree, and then we have a zigzag corrective structure, which I've shown you guys on my short video that I posted on Tuesday. We have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 giving us our wave A. We then have a WXY, which is our wave B, and this is our connector. We then have a wave 1, a wave 2, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into wave 3, and I'm assuming that this is going to be the wave 4 before we get one more push for our fifth and final leg to the downside. Now, some people have said to me that could this be considered as a 3, and then the wave 4 could finish here, and then this could be the wave 5. Well, I'm not saying it can't, it could. But however, I do have one issue with that. And the issue that I have with this is that this move here moves in 1, 2, 3. This move back down moves in an A, B, C in 3 waves, and this move here moves in 5 wave as a 5 wave impulsive. So a 3-3-5 gives us a pattern in Elliott wave theory. Now we don't know what pattern this is until this whole entire sort of structure completes. But to me, I can assume that we have 2 patterns that could possibly be in play. And those patterns are a irregular flat or an expanded flat, or a running flat. An irregular flat and an expanded flat or a running flat, they both take out the start of wave A, right? However, with the expanded flat, not only it takes out the start of wave A as it has done here, but it also takes out the extremes of wave A. Now with the running flat, it takes out the start of wave A as it did here, but the impulsive 5 wave structure does not take out the extremes of wave A, which will mean we'll probably then have to move our trend line to somewhere like this. Okay, now my main question was, or my main explanation of this video is, how could Bitcoin possibly reach zero? Well, we use our trend based tool right here, and we do it from our A wave to our B wave. Now as a zigzag, it should not go way beyond 123.6%, All right. Now, when I look at where 1.236% is, it's literally around. Just bear with me. I'll say about $4,000. $4,000 in terms of the bigger picture is more closer to zero than it is to something like 20,000 or 10,000, right? In terms of rounding it up, roughly, 4,000 is much more closer to zero than 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, or whatever. So although we say that this market is completing a wave 4 here to give us one final push to the downside to give us our wave C completion, is this fifth wave, once it comes, gonna hit that 4,000 level or between 1 and 1236 here and find a significant rejection to bring this market back up? That's one possibility. Or does this market have enough selling momentum to bring this market way beyond 123.6%, and this sort of nullifies or negates the ABC zigzag corrective structure and hits zero? This could not be an ABC, but it could also mean bankruptcy for Bitcoin. Right? Obviously, we don't talk. Obviously, Bitcoin is not a company, right? I'm not saying that it is a company, but I'm just saying a lot of the time people don't understand that when it comes to cryptocurrency, stocks, forex, commodities, indices, options trading, you need to have as many scenarios as you can, so when the present time or when the time comes and you need to find the valid one with all the right strategies in place, you know which scenario to follow much more clearly. With that being said, right, that's obviously that's the reason as to why I say Bitcoin can potentially or possibly there's a possibility of it hitting zero. With that being said, here's another count, which we have here as this to be the third wave. This could be the fourth wave here, which basically gets rid of our A, B, C, and this is essentially our fifth wave right here. I don't know how people will make this as a fifth wave. Maybe they can do some sort of, I don't know, ending diagonal, some weird one like that. I don't know how it's gonna look, but nevertheless, if people want to assume that this is the wave 4 and this is the wave 5, that's fine. That's their business, not my business. And then obviously what we have here is an impulsive move structure giving us, a wave, a 1, a 2, a 3, or we can get a 4, then a 5. And another scenario is that if this gives us our wave 4 here, then our wave 5, and the market does close above this market structure level, this means that it's considered as a break in market structure. This is the low, this is the previous lower high. Yeah, this is the previous lower low. Once the lower high has been broken, there's always going to be a change in market structure. There's always going to be a change in direction of the market. And once this fifth wave comes in and the market does close above this level, then that to me is considered as a break in market structure. And what that also means is that we're not going to look for the sells, we're going to look for the buys. And how do I play it? If I said to myself that I had a bearish scenario in place looking to sell it, how do I know? How do I now change it into a bullish scenario? Well, this is why you have so many different scenarios. Very simple. This is a 5-wave impulsive structure, and in Elliott wave theory, we believe that after an impulse, there's always a correction. So once this 5-wave impulsive structure completes, I am then going to be looking for a 1, 2, 3 corrective structure, looking to reject in and around 50 to 61.8% of this entire impulsive structure. And once price action confirmation is given to me here, and sellers have started to build momentum into this market, we then look for the market to push up, wait for it to break this structure here of this ABC or this WXY, and then once it breaks the B wave or the X wave, and then we get a nice smaller correction in, we can then place our stops below here, which gives us a nice smaller stop loss, which means we don't have to risk much. And then we have a bigger TP that can basically run, as this is going to be moving impulsively back to the upside. So this could be an ABC that could be possibly already completed, and we are starting to see the impulsive move coming back into the market to bring this market to the upside. This is the power of having multiple scenarios in place when it comes to Elliott wave theory. So obviously this was just my update. on Bitcoin. I do hope you guys liked the video, and I hope you guys like my analysis. Please do like, comment, share, and subscribe. I do have a Patreon for those people that are interested in mentorship. You will have access to my private Discord, and yeah, I'll see you guys until the next one.